find some historic and some cultural ambience into this. Anybody who walks in here can immediately identify the masonry, from like the Masvingo ruins, the Kame ruins and all that. We've retained the Zimbabwean identity in the infrastructure that we are all working at. But where you are right now is phase 2, the one that we kick-started on the 1st of June. This is the massive facility. Where we are now, this is what used to be the border post. This is where now all the work and all the processes that we have taken you through used to be compacted into. Now you would understand when we speak traffic separation, automation and all that, because all this was squashed up here and all the agencies were stationed here. But because of the modernization and the facelift that has happened, this whole component of the building is not going to be destroyed, because we need to retain a historical aspect of it. So it's going to be renovated and upgraded, and it's going to become the administrative hub. So all the senior managers who are going to be overseeing the processes of the agencies that are here in phase 1, 2 and 3 are now going to be found centered here. And we believe this is going to also help speak to efficiencies and processes, because they will be able to direct proceedings without being encumbered by the separations that will be taking place between the phases.
Experience the processes and the transformation that is taking place here. Just to give you a background, you are aware that Beitbridge has always been the largest port of entry. Of course, some people might want to dispute, but we believe we are the biggest port of entry in sub-Saharan Africa, or basically in Southern Africa. And because of that, it basically functions as a nerve center, not only between us and South Africa, but with the whole SADC region, going as far as the DRC. Why I'm highlighting this is you would understand that anything that adversely impacts Beitbridge does not only hit Zimbabwe and South Africa, it hits the whole region. In the aspect of modernization, we also need to embrace automation, so as to enhance trade and to enhance the efficiencies that are needed to help keep our economies running. One stop border pact with South Africa is enacted, we will not have to destroy any building at all. We will just adapt and adjust and just do a few internal modifications, and we'll be ready to host our South African brothers here. Going forward, I think by the end of our project deadline, which is basically phase 3 is supposed to be complete in November this year. So when phase 3 is complete in November this year, we should experience during the festive season in December this year, the first time to have this border fully revamped and fully accessible to all channels of traffic. You remember we've got 3 phases. The truck phase, which we started last year in October. Then we use phase 2, which is the bus and passenger terminal, which we kick-started in June 1 this year. And then we are already ahead in terms of completing phase 3, which is the private motorists and pedestrians phase, which is going to be ready in November. That will make the whole border complete, systems, infrastructure, and everything. Having said that, it is not only these things that are being done within the border. There are off-site works that are being done, because the border revamp is going to basically benefit the industry and the travelers and all that stuff. But there was also a realization that the Beitbridge community at large also had to benefit from this. Of course, they are benefiting. The focus on employment and all that stuff has been taken on board. The affirmative action clauses are in place. Bigger opportunities are being availed to the locals, which even when the project is closed, they are going to be recipients of upskilling. Because there's a lot of technical skills that have been brought in, building, carpentry, and a lot others by these contractors. When they move on site, obviously they will not be able to take away those skills, which would mean we'll be having an upskilled community which will be able to look and fend for itself. That's one of the benefits. You would recall that Beitbridge has suffered a lot in terms of destruction of property by fires. I think you have read in the press and so many instances where fire has ravaged either the houses, and even this border post suffered and lost about 3 warehouses to fire. And one of the things that was realized was there needs to be a competent and capacitated facility that should deal with that. So one of the benefits, off-site benefits, is that this concession has built a fire station, the first ever fire station here in Beitbridge. It is almost 99%.
almost tonight. Now we're doing that famba kweroad hakuna maexident akusisina nyaya kunaka kweroad webhodha kuvako kwarowo kwaratiita zvakutotibatsira wevhini kuno kuzimbabwe kuti akwanisa kuwanawo mafambiro akanaka. Kandi mafambiro ataita kunosangana nematsotsi pamusoro pebridge nyaya kuvakwa kusinaitawo bhodha zvakanaka kuti tingobuda vakaita maburi batiko zvinhu zvakusina zvisi takwanisa kufamba zvakanaka. Ndokutibatsira kwazviri kuita unoona kuti zvinhu zvanaka zvakasiyana nezvazvanga zviri kutanga. Make sense road yacho nebhodha racho machida muroad achina bhodha zvinenge zvichiratidza kuti zvaredo yakureti.
Zarura izi hausviki ukamira pakiu pangori izi ungosvika uchidarika chete hapana kiu hapana maybe mangowana munhu 1 kana 2 aiwa zvinofadza chaiko bhodha ukapinda mubhodha unoita senge wapinda
ane marodzi akanaka akanakisa.
But I'm happy to say that before we have even wrapped up this project, we have managed to turn the efficiencies in our phase 1, which is our freight channel. At the present moment, as I speak to you, we are now confidently able to push at least 65% of our daily traffic into Zimbabwe under 3 hours.
Okay.
And that is a massive feat. But we are not stopping there, and we are not sitting on our laurels to say, no, we have achieved the impossible, now we are sitting down. Our goal is to eventually push 90% of whatever traffic arrives in our parking northbound within 3 hours to 90%, ideally by the end of the year.